the Sprint region of the world, friendly customer service, entertainers are some of the ways the Caribbean is seen through different marketing strategies. A deeper look, however, tells a painful story.
If you take the marker of chronic diseases, non-communicable chronic diseases, if you take that as a criterion, the black people in the Caribbean are the sickest people in the entire world. How is it then that the black people in the Caribbean are the sickest people in the world using that marker? The image we have of black people in the Caribbean, the global image, is not that we are the sickest people in the world in respect to chronic diseases. The image we have of the people of the Caribbean, the black people, is that we are super athletic. We are super fit. We love sport. We love music. We are great entertainers. And therefore, all of the images of well-being, all of the images of healthiness are surrounding us in the global media. But yet, behind those images that are globalized and universally acknowledged, we are the sickest people on the planet.
And what could be behind this, you ask? He gave this historical perspective.
The island of Barbados, where I was born, has two reputations. One is a beautiful island with magnificent beaches and happy people, people who love education, and it's a great place to holiday. But it also has the reputation for being the amputation capital of the world in respect of complications arising from diabetes. How is it that a little island in the Caribbean has more amputations per capita than any other part of the world as a result of complications of diabetes? Barbados was the first sugar plantation island in this hemisphere. This is where 600,000 people were brought from Africa to produce sugar. And they were told to eat what you grow. And the people now have an addiction to sugar. And as a result of this historic addiction to sugar over 400 years, there is now this pandemic of diabetes.
He quoted numbers to make his point that slavery was a calculated and strategic form of genocide.
The Europeans brought 6 million Africans into this region. 6 million Africans were brought into this region to work as enslaved persons. After 300 years, there were 3 million remaining. The question then is, how do 6 million people result in 3 million people after 300 years? Clearly, the one thing we know about humans is that they have sex, they make love, they have children. And that populations grow unless something prevents it from growing. So for 400 years, the black population of the Caribbean did not grow. For 400 years. It was in systemic decline for 400 years. It has only started to grow in the last 150 years. So the history of the black people in the Caribbean is a history of genocide. The system of slavery was designed to produce that effect because it was a clear mathematical calculation. We buy a person for £100, £50, £80. We buy that person. We want 7 years of labor from that person. And after 7 years of labor, we replace you with another one. So we work you to death. We give you salt, we give you sugar, we work you to death. And because you are cheap on the market, we replace you for another one.
While slavery is over, He argues that we are living in the jet stream of it with all its consequences.